Welcome in, Fae Weavers, and thank you to my new subscribers. I'm so glad that you all are here. Today we're going to be doing a dark moon reading since we have the dark moon coming up in a couple of days. And the messages that want to come forth are all about manifestation. The dark moon is all about this final release before manifestation starts appearing and building blocks start lining up for us to build the foundation that we want to create. And what you're all manifesting and creating is going to be different for each of you. So I have 3 cards for you all to pick from, and we're going to go deeper into what is manifesting for you right now after all of this rebirth and change and endings and beginnings and these different cycles of healing that you all have been going through, the metamorphosis of the butterfly. And now, during this dark moon, the symbol that's coming forward for you is the white owl, or owl in general. So if you have been dreaming of owls, if you've been hearing owls, if you have been seeing owls online, in person, whatever the case may be, or maybe you just really like them, then this could be a reading for you. There definitely could be some messages here for you today. So for the first card, what's being manifested in your life right now, the signs and synchronicities and beautiful things that you're going to start seeing, my group 1, we have, goodness, the glare here, number 9, Tiger's Eye for group 1. Group 2, what you're manifesting right now, the signs and synchronicities that you're going to start seeing, this will be your group. We have number 43, Rhodizite, number 43, group 2. Hopefully I'm getting this without the glare. There will be a picture in just a moment where you can pause the video and see which group you're really drawn to. And then we have for group 3, the manifestations that are happening for you right now, your signs and synchronicities. During this time, this dark moon time, we have number 47, Ancestralite. Ancestralite. All right, next is going to be the picture. Pause video, see which group you're drawn to. If there's several groups that you're drawn to, then you may want to check them out. There could be messages in different ones for you. All right, my beauties, I'll see you on the other side, okay? Bye. Hello to my Fate Weavers who selected the Tiger's Eye Crystal Egg number 9. You are my group 1, and I can't ignore the fact that this crystal is an egg, and I feel this as a larger manifestation coming into reality for you. I feel that there has been different signs and synchronicities that you've been getting of this manifestation, and this manifestation really has a lot to do with how much more empowered you're becoming, and this empowerment is manifesting in forms of creativity. You may not think of yourself as a creative person, but creativity can look like different things for different people. It just depends on who you are. So let's go a little bit deeper. And which deck should we start with here? I feel the Crow Tarot here for you all, my group 1. And I must say, there's a boldness and a bravery with your energy as well. And of course, bravery doesn't mean that you don't feel any fear. Bravery means that you feel the fear and you do the thing anyway. That's really what bravery is all about. It's overcoming that fear by pushing through it. Tell me about the bravery here for my group 1. Wheel of Fortune. Yes, the cycles that I was picking up on for you all. The cycles, the wheel. The wheel is turning in your favor right now. And it's not just going to be one manifestation for you all. And when I say manifestation, that sounds so general, but there's different manifestations that you all have been working on depending on who you are. It'll be different for each of you. And I really feel what you've been trying to do here is you're turning this wheel in your favor, but it's like you're trying to add balance to your life. You're trying to add justice to your life. You're trying to even the scale, so to speak, so that it actually becomes less of a scale and more of a circle, more of a wheel that turns for you instead of against you, that turns smoothly instead of getting stuck with tangles and clogs and blocks and things of that nature. There's a lot of self-overcoming here, although I also feel outside interference in this wheel turning, or there has been outside interference in this wheel turning for you all. And that's being overcome. That's what you are releasing here. And now we have a King of Swords. Well, you don't let anybody mess with you. You're very strong in your discernment, in your beliefs. You know who you are. And if you don't quite feel that yet, that's what's coming forward for you. And let me tell you, in terms of manifestation and amazing things that you can manifest in your life, knowing who you are and acting from a place of sovereignty and leadership over your own life is one of the most positive, empowering manifestations that you can create for yourself. Because from that, many, many things are possible. Many things are possible. It was not an easy journey for you. Yes, wow, look at that. We have King of Pentacles and Knight of Wands. Knowing when to take action here. Knowing when to take action. I'm hearing the right action, the just action, the intelligent action. I'm not quite sure what that means yet, but we'll go a little bit deeper into that in a moment. King of Swords is very intelligent. Queen of Swords as well. These two sovereigns in the tarot are very intelligent, very quick-witted, although they don't always necessarily show it all of the time. They show it when it's needed. I feel this King of Swords, Sovereign of Swords, regardless of gender here, Sovereign of Swords, is about leadership. We have King of Pentacles, creating stability, something that lasts, a reign that lasts, a reign of sovereignty that lasts. Tell me about this sovereignty for my group 1. Different deck, sovereignty. We're going to go to the Moonology deck. This one. Tell me about the sovereignty that my group 1 is creating. What areas of their life are going to be affected the most by this sovereignty? Really, it's every area, but we want to know what they're going to start seeing. What haven't they seen yet, or are they going to start seeing? I see the sun, I see exposure, I see recognition here. I see recognition. And we have new moon in Virgo. Trust all will be well. And you want to know what? Although this is a timeless reading, the new moon coming up in just a few days that this reading is in honor of is the new moon in Virgo. This is happening quickly for you. And this trust here, I feel it as a trust in yourself, a trust in the universe, and it's a stable, lasting trust that you have worked to build. You've overcome a lot of fear, you've overcome anxieties here, and it doesn't mean that the fears and anxieties are gone, but it means you have worked through a lot of them to reclaim your empowerment over your life. Tell us some more about this. Tell us more about this. My group 1 here, thank you. Oh, beautiful. We have full moon in Pisces, which is so much synchronicity here, because the full moon in Pisces is coming up. I believe that is the next full moon. that's coming in a couple of weeks. New moon in Pisces, forgive. There's been forgiveness of self and forgiveness of others for their human limitations. Tell me about the trust and the forgiveness here. The trust and the forgiveness. For group 1, trust and forgiveness. I feel here forgiving the inner child for what they didn't know. We have the star. Wow. The star. So there's been a series of rebirths here, but most recently I feel a large ending. I feel a large chapter closing. And this coming back into balance of trusting yourself, accepting what's happened, forgiving yourself, forgiving others to whatever extent that resonates for you, and reconnecting with the magic of the universe, because it certainly is magical, isn't it? It's taken you this far. You haven't done this alone. You've had ancestral help. You've had angelic spirit guide help. There's been divine help with this. Tell us more. Divine help with this, coming back into alignment with the divine. And I feel your crown chakra here opening up. Again, we have the Wheel of Fortune and we have death. Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune. Death. Knowing that what has ended is truly done. It's truly, truly done. And there's no going back. Something new is being birthed here, metaphorically speaking. If you can see in this card here, this figure, this larger figure here, has a pregnant belly. And the tiger's eye is the egg. This is something that has been gestating for quite a while. This flight, this taking a seat on the throne of sovereignty and leadership over your life, and the things that you will allow into your life and into reality, and the things that you will not. You have come really, really far with this. There has been a lot of boundaries set. There have been cords cut. There may not be the same people in your life that there were, over the last year, 2 years, 3 years, however this resonates for you. There may not be the same job. There may not be the same home. There may not be the same dynamic between yourself and yourself. You may not talk to yourself the same way. You may not judge yourself the same way. You have imposed is sort of the wrong word here, but you have enacted boundaries for yourself and sort of imposed boundaries on others. And there's nothing wrong with having those boundaries despite the reaction you may have gotten for other people. No is a complete sentence and a full answer. It's a complete sentence and a full answer. Tell us more about what these boundaries, what these endings here is birthing. More about what's being birthed here from my group 1. We are going to use this deck, the Sacred Hag's Oracle. One of the things is wisdom. Wisdom. Wisdom, I feel it's sort of underrated. We talk about manifestation in terms of, material things, abundance, stability, or healing, things like that. But wisdom is perhaps one of the greatest gifts of all, because from wisdom, so many different positive forms of manifestation can spring forward into being. We have, when I cut the deck, Tears of an Earth Bride. Well, you've certainly earned this wisdom, haven't you? Haven't you? Being here on earth in this incarnation, in this dense energy, going through these soul lessons here with the Wheel of Fortune. Tell us about the wisdom here. Tell us about the sovereignty. Tell us about what's coming forward. We have the witch's initiation. Ooh. Oh, wow. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Number 29. The witch's initiation. And you don't necessarily have to be a witch, but that energy is certainly here. If you have been curious about magic and the witch's path, if it's something that you've been interested in or wondering about, that energy is showing up for you. I feel this for a lot of you. It's something in your blood. It's something in your soul. It's a part of your being. It's part of your identity, whether you have fully claimed that identity or not. And maybe witch isn't a term that is not a term that you resonate with. Maybe it is. In any case, there is a magic within you. There is an inherent ability to manifest, whether you're actually trying to do it or not. And we say, it's been said that we manifest all the time, whether we intentionally do it or not. But there can be a lag and roadblocks in the way for some of the collective when it comes to manifestation. And for you, those roadblocks, that time lag, the things that have kind of slowed you down previously, or the things that still kind of slow others down, that's being removed. You're really coming into a time in your life when you know that you need to be mindful of the words that you say, especially about yourself, especially about the things in your life, because, honey, you're powerful as hell. You're very powerful, and this is a very hard path to walk. It's a very hard path to walk. This initiation, it ain't for the faint of heart, and you don't have a faint heart whatsoever. You've got a heart of steel, that's for sure. And that's not to say that your heart is guarded or it's cold. That is to say that you have a lot of strength, and in this strength there is magic. There is this ability to call things into being, such as, for instance, calling judgment on a situation that has been unjust for yourself or for others, calling in divine protection for yourself and others, clearing your energy. And these are gifts, these are spiritual gifts that have come through the initiation where you have suffered to some degree or another. There is no power like this without some degree of suffering through lessons and cycles of these lessons. And it has been difficult on varying levels for all of you. But my goodness, I'm really just kind of floored by this card. This is an amazing card. You haven't begun yet to scratch the surface of your full power and full potential. These manifestation abilities, they're going to manifest in different ways for you, but you are already aware of your inherent gifts. The witch's initiation, you don't go through a witch's initiation without being aware of your inherent gifts already to some degree or another. And there's hidden gifts here too. We have number 15, Season of the Salted Bones. You see here the crown chakra, how it's growing antlers, and out of death comes this connection here to the divine. Antlers and I wanted to say spirits, but animals and perhaps spirits as well that have these antlers represent a divine connection here, that crown chakra energy, that part above the head that connects our energy with the divine consciousness. There's been a lot of cleansing here. You've cleansed a lot of things from your life. And this has been difficult. It has been painful. There's grief in this card. At the same time, there's a lot of healing and renewal. This card is green, number 15. There's also, for some of you, there's something about the year 2015 or when you were 15 years old. There's something here that's being healed, being cleansed, and there is a truth unearthing from this period in your life that you are starting to realize and starting to see. Let's ask about this. Tell me about this truth here being revealed with number 15. The truth here being revealed. There's a lot of misconceptions here about self. Tell me about the truth being revealed. Tell us about the truth being revealed. We have the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles. And I'm really feeling this as actions being taken in the physical world and words being spoken, coming into being, to things that you can see, hear, touch, taste, feel, examine, look at. There's an examination of your life and the decisions that you've made, the things that you have built. And you see here how this page has a wrench in their hands. You've repaired things here, and you're starting to recognize, and you will recognize, the way in which you have used your own tools and the ways in which you can use your own tools to shape your life, to shape where you're going. You have a lot of power here, and I feel that this page is evolving. Tell me more about the truth being revealed. Tell me more about the truth being revealed here with this witch's initiation. Thank you. Yes. Those who have fought unfairly. Those who have fought unfairly, those who were jealous of you, those who wanted to drag you down when you were on an upward trajectory. There's been immaturity, there's been childishness, there's been backstabbing, there's been some betrayal here. And the gift from this with these two cards, you're coming into a state of being whereby you're going to be able to shape how this kind of behavior from others really affects you. You can build with this wrench here walls around you of protection so that the behavior and energy of others really doesn't affect you in the same way that it used to. You have a lot of power. And I feel that you've been seeing this power. You've been seeing this power most definitely. And I feel almost an anger for some of you that has been outside of you as you've recognized this power. Whatever. Keep doing your thing. Keep doing it. Keep doing your thing, because there are gifts here. We have King of Wands. King of Wands. There are gifts from the universe here. The fire in your soul, in your witch belly, so to speak, is being reignited. And you're finding now that you're coming into a place where you don't have to worry so much about your own energy being tampered with by others. And now you can start to use that energy that is rightfully yours to be a beacon of light, be a caregiver for others. You see how this king here is caring for these little children here. And children here could be metaphoric. It could also be younger souls. You could be coming into a place of your life where it's time for you to start teaching in some kind of way, training others, writing books, putting the information about your knowledge out into the world, because you've cared for your own energy. And one of the gifts of caring for your own energy is developing the ability to teach others how to care for their own energy, and perhaps to serve as sort of a soldier of support next to them as they learn how to care for their own energy, or as you teach them how to care for their own energy. And that's a really beautiful thing. Tell us more about this. That is too many. I'm going to take these two here. I'm going to take these two here. Those are the two that flipped up. We have King of Swords again. King of Swords again. There's a lot of confidence here in what you know. There's a lot of confidence from others in trusting what you're saying to them. Yeah, and then we have these Six of Pentacles here. You're coming into a place where you will have the energy and the resources and the bandwidth, basically, to be able to help others that are asking for your help. And this can manifest in a lot of different ways. This can manifest in many different ways. And I feel that I won't lie, in addition to these more spiritual gifts here, I feel an abundance as well. Tell me about the abundance. Abundance, abundance. This deck here still, this deck here. Abundance. Tell me about the abundance manifesting from my group 1. It's very, very stable. It's very stable. Thank you. We have 3 of Cups. How do you know when you're in alignment for abundance? It's going to feel joyous and like a celebration. You will emerge from the belly of the beast with comrades around you, with friends, with support, with people who believe in you. And so when you find yourself throughout the day in little moments of joy, in little moments of connection with others, really lean into that, because those are sure signs that these gifts of sovereignty, these different cycles of positive manifestations coming forward for you, are moving, are coming into being. And I really do feel that this is, after this initiation, it's like these gifts are going to make you feel whole and complete. And that's a beautiful thing. All right, my group 1, those are the messages that I've received for you today. I hope that this was helpful for you, and I wish you so many blessings on your path. Bye. Hello to my group 2, all of you that selected number 43, Rhodizite. This is going to be your reading about the manifestations that are coming forward in your life very soon. All right, this card looks to me like dice, these crystals here. And in my last reading, the September reading, I remember picking up something about dice. If you haven't watched that reading, there could be something there for you. I'm feeling this card overall is very cleansing, especially in the heart chakra area. So past emotional hurts and pains, and even some, I hear, psychic wounding. A lot of this has been purified, or is being purified, is being cleansed, being sewn up, healed and infused with gifts. Some of you have been doing this for a while. You may have been going to therapy, you may have been meditating, practicing yoga, Reiki, something along those lines, or maybe just journaling. It looks different for each one of you. I also feel a decluttering of your space. If this isn't something that you've been doing and something that you're thinking of doing, the answer is yes. This is the right time for that, because there are new things coming in. Let's go deeper. What new things are coming in for my group 2? I keep wanting to call you group 3. So although I haven't done that reading yet, there could be something there for you. When I cut the deck, we have 8 of Pentacles and 10 of Swords. So there may have been, and these just spilled out. Let's take these. There may have been an ending of a profession, a trade, a job, or a gig of some sort that really left you feeling empty or in some kind of pain. Bottom of the deck here. Yes. Well, I normally shuffle these till they fall out, but I was called to do something differently for you all here. Okay. We have Page of Swords, the Hanged Man, Page of Cups, the Seven of Wands, and the Eight of Wands. I will show each of these to you, but they're speaking to me right now. There's a truth here being revealed about the power that you hold and the ability that you have to cut cords with people in situations that you no longer wish to have in your life. And there's been a series of sacrifices that you've made or that you are making so that you can start seeing this ability that you have to release what doesn't serve you anymore, to make the tough decisions. And with making these tough decisions, there's a recognition as well of all the times that you chose not to cut off what has been hindering your energy. Self-betrayal, I hear, and that is the price of spiritual awakening. We talk about spiritual awakening as if it is this glorious moment where we wake up one day and all of a sudden we're connected to the all that is, and we know that we're in flow with everything, and our manifestations happen at the drop of a hat. And it's not like that at all. Oftentimes there's a lot of shadow work. There is an examination of self and our behaviors and our emotional and psychic wounds and the ways in which we continue to perpetuate these for ourselves, even when we aren't fully conscious that we're doing that. And so there is a degree of emotional pain, even with something as beautiful and as rewarding as spiritual awakening. And this happens over and over again. There's different stages of awakening. We don't just wake up one time and then it's over. No, there's always another layer. There will always be another layer until the end of this incarnation for all of us, and continuing on into our future incarnations as well. And your intuition is blossoming. Your intuition is blossoming. A lot of you are empaths. A lot of you have had to learn how to defend yourself from other people's energy, other people's intentions for you. And now that you have been learning how to do that, your manifestations and your spiritual gifts and your healing abilities, your ability to recover as well, because so many of you are empathic, you often have to take times to just completely withdraw and sort of go off grid and not talk to anybody for a while. Just disconnect so that you can recover your energy and call your power back to you. And you're going to find that those recovery times, although many of you will still need them, and it's okay to need them, the recovery time is going to be a lot faster. And you are going to be able to make connections with other people and talk to others while you are recharging. And maybe some of you haven't always been able to do that. So we have Page of Swords here. Do you see how this page is shining a light on the sword and recognizing their own power to cut off that which doesn't serve their life anymore? We have the Hanged Man, taking a new perspective on things and having to sacrifice the time and self-reflect. Page of Cups here. I feel this is your intuition, your intuitive and creative abilities, but a lot of intuition here. And there's a healing with this Page of Cups, healing of the emotional self and a healing of the inner child. Look at this little fish. See how this page is sort of a fish, and how they are caring for this little fish in the cup. This is an aspect of yourself. You're caring for yourself in the ways that perhaps no one has ever cared for you, because either they didn't know how to, or perhaps others have failed you in some way or another throughout your life. And we have 7 of Wands here. This imagery is of this person, and I believe in the book it talks about this person being young, coming through the thicket of the forest of wands, escaping being lost in the forest. No longer are you lost. No longer are you lost, because you know how to nourish and protect yourself from outside energies. You're better able to discern what your energy is and what your energy isn't. You know where your energy begins and ends, and where the energy of others outside of you begins and ends. And here you are with this torch. Let me count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is actually the 9 of Wands here. And I'm still feeling that you're able to recover so much faster. This 9 of Wands is a little pause in the journey. And now you can see the way forward so much more clearly. There's this sense of anticipation. Have I healed it yet? Am I there yet? Am I there yet? Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. What's on the precipice of this 9 of Wands? What's coming forward here for group 2? Group 2. We have fairy pool baptism. You're connecting with the natural world around you on a different level. You're connecting with these other dimensions of things that are unseen, that you feel are there. I do feel this fae energy. I also feel mermaid energy here. Water sprite energy. There's something about fae magic here as well. Tell me more about this. Tell us more. There's something very mysterious with this card, but I feel this waterfall in this card as like a full cleansing and a drinking of something so healing and nourishing that it revitalizes you and brings you back into being and in harmony of your truest self. Throat chakra opening up here. Tell us more about this. Throat chakra opening. We have season of the salted bones. This came up for group 1. Crown chakra opening as well. So you've gone through cycles of death and rebirth. Things ending, grieving those endings, doing the shadow work to process your grief and your feelings, your emotions, and then emerging as somebody changed. And what this change is manifesting for you as is a new connection with yourself and a new connection with the divine. Tell me more about this. We are going to use the Vampire Oracle here. There's an acceptance of the shadow here. Tell us more about this. Tell us about these gifts manifesting, this connection here for group 2. We have religion, canon, rules, commandments. And I feel this less as, I don't feel this in a traditional sense. I feel this as you defining your own personal religion, your own personal commandments, how you're going to live your life. You're creating, I feel you creating a structure for yourself and how you're going to live, what your ethics are. Tell us more about this. Number 10 and number 3, number 7, number 37. These numbers could be significant for you. Tell us more about this. Religion here. We have prey, stalked, invaded, watched. We have immortal. Okay. Yes, so for some of you, this is actually very specific. There has been some oppression with spirituality or religion, and I'm not here to bash anybody's religion or any specific religion at all. Although I'm a pagan priestess, right? I am completely accepting of anybody's religion. Doesn't matter to me as long as they are not harming anyone, then it's whatever. So then we have pray, stalked, invaded, watch. There's something about you being a little bit unconventional here, and others within a certain paradigm not resonating with it, but not just not resonating with it, but judging you for it, perhaps persecuting you for it in some kind of way. And even if you've encountered this in this current incarnation, I feel that this has been in past lifetimes as well. This is a theme that has come up for you before. There's been a lot of healing of this. And so you have had to cut yourself off from certain people, from certain institutions, even certain ways of thinking, ways of being, so that you can find what your own personal compass is, what you value, what your commandments are, how you want to live your life. And I feel you doing that with a lot of honor and a lot of integrity. Again, I'm hearing your own religion, and this could be sort of metaphoric here, but it's how you choose to live your life and what you choose to believe in, and finding a lot of value in it, creating structure within that. And then we have immortal. We have number 6, the consuming family pressure of peers. So, and see how this little jewel here is right on her third eye. First of all, for many of you in your bloodline, there have been people who are very intuitive, eccentric in a way, unconventional, people who connected with the earth and practiced magic and ritual. And I feel these ancestors coming forward for you now and reminding you that this is where you come from, and that they have paved the way for you to explore this and to embrace this, even if the people around you, in your family or otherwise, are pressuring you to be something that you're not, or have pressured you to be something that you're not. And I want to tell you something. For a lot of you, this pressure to be something that you're not, all it is, it's not that they want you to conform with their ideals. It's really that they see you're one way. They see that you are one way. And they don't want you to find peace with that. And that actually makes me mad on your behalf. That's not right. That I find that immoral. To see that someone is one way and try to oppress it. Tell me a little bit more about this, because I don't feel like it's completely over and done with. I feel like there's a little bit of residue here that needs to be cleansed, and not necessarily that you have to cleanse it, but that the cycle needs to play out a little bit more. Tell me about this residue with the religion, the prey, and the immortal card. Tell me about this. Tell me about this residue. Thank you. Keep going. Thank you. There's been some injustice here, but there will be justice again. We have 4 of Wands. So this is the outcome from this residue is very positive, very stable for you. You can see here how this crow has a crown over its head. There's a sense of regaining sovereignty. I feel victory with this justice card as well. If there's been injustices in the past, and I feel that there has been here, those are being righted and the scales are being balanced. And so one of the signs that these manifestations of these spiritual gifts and these boundaries and these connections with the Fey realm, the cleansing, the healing of the heart, the connection with the ancestors, the connection with the divine, the crown chakra opening up, the throat chakra, the heart, the leaving behind of this residue of oppression here, judgment, and reconnecting with the gifts of the ancestors for you. One of those signs this is happening is the crown and the scales, rather, two signs. Your justice is that you find harmony and stability within yourself, that you have a home that is safe for you and your family, that you all have a structure around you that feels secure, like a sanctuary that is safe from outside interference, a safe sanctuary from which you all can drink from this fountain of lotus flowers and bloom newness and blessings into being. That's so powerful and so amazing. Let's go a little bit deeper into this. This residue is clearing for you. It's clearing for you. What other messages for my group 2? Again, still want to call you group 3. What other messages from my group 2? Divine Spirit. Last quarter moon in Aries, work through your feelings. So, this card speaks about a time period of 2 weeks. Look where Aries is in your chart if you are drawn to astrology. You're going through a season of empowerment, of boldness here, forging your own way, even if you don't always know where you're going, and working through these feelings here that this residue is bringing up for you. You are very, very close. You are very, very close to really great things, to your Four of Wands and your justice. It's already on the table for you. It's already manifesting for you. So look for those crowns and those scales. Tell us a little bit more about this, a little bit more. This deck. A little bit more about this for my group 2. There's something here about your grandmother, great-grandmother, great-aunt. They had gifts, they had spiritual gifts. The fern forest. There's a lot of abundance that's going to come from healing these emotions, and you may not think that emotions really have anything to do with abundance. Connect to nature at this time. You have nature coming up here a few times with this fairy pool in the fern forest. Number 853. There's a lot of new growth. There's a lushness here, and I'm getting this psychic sort of smell of a forest. I smell petrichor. I smell like wet dirt from rain and lush leaves, this green, this wet wood of the trees. We have the full moon walk. Well, that really just confirms it for me, because this last quarter moon in Aries talks about a period of about 2 weeks, and then we have the full moon walk. Right now we're on the precipice of the dark moon, so the full moon is really just a couple of weeks away, and you're really walking towards the end of this cycle here, where a lot of this residue is going to be closed out. And it's like you're coming into this state of being in existence where you know you have something stable and fertile, and it's going to keep producing for you, because you're living in alignment with your values and your highest self, so to speak. This is a stable place. This is going to last for a long time. Keep these commandments, these personal guidelines for yourself going forward. They're going to bring you a lot of abundance and peace. All right, group 2, those are the messages I've received for you today. I wish you many, many blessings on your path, and I'll see you next time. Bye. All of you that selected number 47, Ancestralite, this is your reading about the positive manifestations that are coming forward in your life right now. The number 11, or the 11th day of a month, could be significant for you. You could be seeing the number 1111. You could be seeing 444, 777, and also I'm getting 1212. So with all of this, I'm getting stability, I'm getting rebirth, I am getting blessings, I am getting significant chapters closing as new gifts are being born. And the Ancestralite here talks about how as we heal ourselves, we heal our ancestral line, and we also heal the ancestral lineage of the earth, even if there is no blood relation. So really that speaks to collective healing. As we heal ourselves, we heal the collective's energy as well. So there's been a significant effort to heal some things here, to heal things that have shown up in family patterns, behaviors, and also in your own patterns and behavior in your life. And I feel this happening in a couple of ways. But there's gifts of the ancestors here. There's different family gifts here. And I'm seeing a grandfather clock. I'm seeing a like the parlor of a home that seems like it could be a Victorian home, or perhaps a home that was built in the 1900s, the earlier 1900s. I see like hardwood floors with a dark stain. And this feels like a nest, but it also feels like a gift. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about these gifts. We're going to use a Moonology Oracle deck here. Tell me about these gifts here with the Ancestralite for group 3. A place to call home. A place to call home. Tell me about these gifts. We have New Moon in Leo. Shine. We have sunflowers here. Energy of Amun-Ra showing up with these sunflowers. I also feel the archangels here. I'm feeling Archangel Gabriel, even though he's associated with water. I feel Archangel Michael. I feel Archangel Raphael and Uriel in this card. Leo. Shine. You're coming to a place where you're going to feel safe and stable enough to let your authenticity, the truest expression of who you are on a soul level, shine for others to see. You are blooming here into a beautiful field of golden flowers. Tell us more about shining. The gifts, shining. A place at home within the self that feels safe. Tell us more about this. I also feel for some of you, there's something to do with a house and a home here, specifically. We have New Moon in Scorpio. 1 month's time from now, 2 months' time from now, 1 to 2 months thereabouts. This is go deeper. Yes, you've done a lot of healing here. A lot of healing here of the subconscious. Scorpio is ruled by Pluto, which rules the 8th house, which talks about the subconscious, the shadow side, to speak in Jungian terms. The part within you that is a little bit harder to see? The more animalistic part. Tell us more about this. You've done a lot of shadow work. You've done a lot of healing of the subconscious. I feel dream work here as well. Dream work. There's a balance here of light and dark, and I don't speak of light and dark in terms of positive and negative. I speak of light and dark in terms of healing and manifestation. I speak of light and dark in terms of the seen and the unseen. I speak of light and dark in terms of restoration and action. There is a juxtaposition between light and dark, but it's not reduced to terms of being positive or negative. Tell us more about these gifts for group 3. I feel a yes. There's a deepness to your soul. You're an old soul. And old is a good thing. Not all of us get the opportunity to grow old, do we? Growing old is a gift. We have the Hag of Gray Owls. How fitting for this reading, where owls came to my vision for the collective. The Hag of Gray Owls, number 4, again showing up here. And I see these owls as speaking to her, these beings of divine sight, divine wisdom, and advising her which direction to take, which actions to pursue. You're being divinely guided. You've been divinely guided on this journey. I also feel these as ancestors guiding you and in support of you. And so if you weren't fully aware that your ancestors are rooting for you or on your side, are guiding you, supporting you, guarding, I almost said. So yes, guarding you too, protecting you. They are here. Tell us more about the gifts. More about the gifts. Thank you. Thank you. We have Season of Midday Grace. That's lovely. That's lovely energy. The apple here, I'm feeling Avalon energy with this. I'm feeling Rhiannon's energy with this. I feel a harvest here. I feel drinking of the mother's milk, so to speak, feasting on the abundance that the Divine Father has harvested. And I don't speak in terms of gender necessarily. I really speak of your hard work coming into fruition and your ancestors' hard work coming into fruition, because let's be clear, our lives would not be possible without our ancestors. The things that we have in our life, the gifts, the blessings, the abundance, these are all coming to us because of the things that our ancestors have done. We wouldn't even be alive if it weren't for them. We have Season of the Haunted Heart. And with these 2 green colors here also, Ancestralite being a color of green, we have a lot of green here. Heart chakra energy, heart chakra being healed. You may have been drawn to group 2. Tell me about the Seasons of the Haunted Heart. For my group 3, Seasons of the Haunted Heart. Seasons of the Haunted Heart. This deck is upside down, so I'm not going to take this reversal. We have, I'm going to cover his butt here. We have the 5 of Swords. This character here is, their butt is out, okay? Their butte. So really, somebody making an end of themselves, so to speak. There has been some energy of others who haven't really wanted to see you win and who are willing to lie, cheat, steal so that you wouldn't win. or so that you wouldn't have. I'm getting joy, happiness. Tell me more about seasons of the haunted heart. I feel this is being cleared for you. We have 7 of Wands and the Hanged Man. Definitely may have been drawn to group 2. You're coming out of a time when it's felt like you were lost. You're protected now. It's not the same as it was before. There's a level of divine protection and also protection of yourself, energetically speaking. Not everyone who is in this 5 of Swords energy has access to you anymore. And that's because you've done a lot of work here to heal different parts of the subconscious. The Hanged Man. The Hanged Man really, it can be such a card about spiritual awakening, because the things that you thought were true, you find were not really true at all when you go through a spiritual awakening. A spiritual awakening is a series of hard truths that are revealed to us. And not just once either, it's a series of hard truths. Things that perhaps we have ignored, red flags that we have buried. Also, things about ourself that we have downplayed. Particularly our own personal power. Tell me more about this. Tell me more about this. What does group 3 need to know about this? Yeah. We have the Devil here. The Devil isn't always a negative card, contrary to popular opinion, but I feel this sort of creeping, controlling energy here with this card. And there are fragments of this. I feel them in the heart space, and I feel them clearing for you. Call on your ancestors to help you clear this energy. Call on the archangels to help you clear this energy. Whatever your paradigm is, there's definitely divine beings here. Also, the owl spirit can help you clear this energy and find wisdom in this energy that has felt oppressive, that has felt controlling. Tell me more about this. Tell us more about this. What does group 3 need to know about this? We have Ace of Cups. We have something new, healing, being birthed into being for you. There is a gift here of intuition. There is a gift here of emotional fulfillment coming into being, from freeing the self, from protecting the self, from this oppressive devil energy. What else for group 3? We have Page of Cups. This specifically is a gift of, I feel, oracular gifts here. The gift of the oracle, being able to speak messages from the divine, being able to speak them into being, and also communicating them to others. 555 on the clock as I say this. There's a great change happening within you that has to do with these oracular gifts, these intuitive gifts. Crow tarot, crow spirits as well. Crow energy as well can help you clear the remnants of the 5 of Swords devil energy that you may have in the heart space. Past wounding here. Crows can help you transmute. Vultures as well. Tell us more for group 3. What else for group 3? More for group 3. We have the 4 of Pentacles. We have the Ace of Swords. Four of Pentacles. No longer will you have to keep to yourself so much and hold your your precious resources so close. There is, I feel, a loosening here. Letting others in, letting them get to know you, letting yourself shine. You don't have to hide anymore. We have Ace of Swords. Again, Archangel Michael's energy. There's a rose in this card, red rose. Some of you have an ancestors who would like a gift of red roses, or they loved red roses. Confirmation for you that this message is for you. I mean, if you're here, or this far in, obviously it is for you. Tell us more about this. Four of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. There's a clarity coming forward for you. We have Three of Wands. Yes. Waiting for the ships to come in, and here they are. Here they are. It is time to switch decks here in a moment. One more card from my group 3. Tell us about this narrative here. We have Justice and the Three of Cups. The scales are being balanced. Three of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Something that has to do with what you're crafting, what you've been working hard on. This could actually have to do with career, it could have to do with work, it could have to do with school. Something that you are creating in the physical world. This could also have to do with physical health and wellness as well. I feel this more having to do with a craft or a trade. We have Justice here. Injustice in areas of the Three of Pentacles are being righted for you. And there's happiness, joy, and friendship in this Justice as well. Clarify the Justice card. Justice card. Clarify the Justice card. We are going to switch decks. Clarify this Justice. We want to know about this Justice. I feel some of it very long awaited Justice. Justice. Tell me about the Justice. Tell me about the Justice. Right. Tell me about the Justice. Almost. Justice. We have primal, connecting deep within sacred dance instinct. Yes, so you felt this coming, haven't you? And you can see here that this figure has skeletons around them. This is ancestral support. You're going to know how to move. You felt this Justice coming. There's a sense of coming into your full capabilities and full power. It hasn't been fully explored yet, but you're getting there. There's abundance here. Move instinctually. Move instinctually. Tell us more about this Justice. There's nothing really blocking you anymore. And if there is, it's being cleared. You're doing the work to clear it. Tell me more about the Justice. Tell us about the Justice. Some of this, for some of you, has been long awaited since childhood. We have the Monster Within, number 25. Internal struggle, personal challenges, wanting to improve. Yes. Some of this, reaching back into the past, this feeling of not being good enough, having to keep practicing over and over again so you get it perfectly right. Self-judgment here, self-criticism. You're healing this, and if you haven't begun to heal it yet, you are being called to. No one can judge us like we judge ourselves. we really judge ourselves much more harshly than others judge us. Tell me more about the justice here. And because you're healing this, the judgments that you have imposed upon yourself, you're going to be judged differently by others now. You'll find less harsh criticism from others as you release the harsh criticism of yourself. And I feel that you've been doing this for a long time. And so now you're really going to be shining and seen for the way that you are, instead of these misconceptions that you've placed upon yourself and the misconceptions that others have placed upon you. Is there a monster within? Well, yes, we all have that, don't we? We all have a shadow. But it's not about judging ourselves by only our negative traits. It's about seeing ourselves from the new perspective, Hanged Man here, the whole of us. We are complex creatures. We are darkness and light. We are birth and death. We are the primordial and the new. We are fate weavers. We have here ecstasy, yielding, rapture, bliss, butterflies. Again, green. I can't make this up, y'all. Green, heart chakra, butterflies. This is your justice, coming to a place where you're divinely guided by your ancestors, where you've released these self-judgments, and your gifts, your true gifts, your intuitive abilities can shine and serve you instead of being oppressed by others or yourself. It's going to bring you a lot of joy. There's joy and there's abundance in this card. You see here this jewel right next to her temple. Emerald energy here, peridot, however you say that. These may be crystals that you want to work with, and I feel that they would be helpful for you. Also, something about green apples here. Either you like them or the ancestors want you to eat more of them, something like that. There's a lot of joy and pleasure in just daily activities that's coming into being. I'm tasting these green apples now, and I really feel this as these sort of mundane things that we do every day, like eating an apple, really become pleasureful and blissful for you, and you start finding beauty and gratitude in these little moments every day. Tell us more about the justice. We have Creator. There's a fawn here. Fae energy in this card. Our fawn's a symbol for you. A lot of innocence and tenderness here. And you see that she's cradling this potion. Catalyst maker, mother, father, number 9. I feel you coming to a place where you are embodying the mother and the father for yourself. You're nourishing those vulnerable parts within you, the parts that are still growing. I really just feel this joyous, rambunctious sort of energy with this card, and a sense of peace that really only comes from this this place within childhood when we're being held and we're being nourished and we know that everything is going to be okay. That type of moment really manifesting for you in the now. And if you didn't feel that within your childhood, you're going to feel that within your life. You're manifesting that for yourself. And then we have knowledge, number 3, study, learning, education. Yes, there's a lot of wisdom here, but you're being called to seek knowledge. And I feel this as seeking knowledge when it comes to your intuitive gifts. Maybe there's a new skill or craft or something that has to do with your intuitive abilities that you have been curious about. And this card is letting you know that your justice is you're going to be able to pursue that that line of passion, that line of curiosity, and you're going to have resources available to you. And if you've already taken those steps, it is very seriously going to pay off for you. All right, my group 3. Those are the messages that I've received for you today. I wish you so many blessings on your path, and I will see you next time. Bye.